Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Banas, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about what exactly is a sprint triathlon and what type of gear you need to start off doing sprint triathlons. First of all, you probably know what a triathlon is. A triathlon is a swim, bike, and run. But a triathlon is a great way to stay in shape, to drop weight. It's easy on the joints. I personally lost over 60 pounds myself training for the triathlons. It's great because it forces you to train in different areas. You're not just going off and running all the time. So since you have to swim, it forces you to swim, forces you to bike. So let's talk a little bit about the different triathlon distances. Okay, there's a whole bunch of different type of triathlons, and the one that you're focusing on here is the sprint triathlon. Now, a sprint triathlon could consist of a swim of a distance of maybe around 150 to about 700 meters. The bike is about maybe 5 miles to 15 miles, and maybe a 1 to 3 mile run. And they're done, back to back. We have also the other type of different triathlons, which are the Olympic distance triathlons, which is the distance they do in the Olympics. That's why they call it the Olympic distance. And that consists of about a 1,500 meter swim, a 26 mile bike, and then about a 6 mile run. Now, as we move up to a half Ironman, or a 70.3 is what it's called. And it's called a 70.3 because that's the total distance in the miles. So a half Ironman and a 70.3 triathlon consists of a swim of 1.2 miles, a bike of 56 miles, and a run of the 13.1 or the half marathon. And then the granddaddy of them all is the Ironman, 140.6 total miles. That's where you'll see the 140.6. And that's a 2.4 mile swim, followed by a 112 mile bike, and then a 26.2 mile run. Now, I personally have done multiple Ironman distance, but I started off with a simple sprint triathlon as my very first triathlon. It's a great way, like I said, to get back into shape or just to train. So let's go talk about a little bit more about the gear that you need. Now, in this little podcast or this webinar, I'm going to talk about some basic needs. You could also get a lot more specific detail, but here's basically what you need. So the swim, all you need, honestly, is a pair of triathlon or swimming shorts and goggles. Now, a lot of people may start off with just some swim shorts, but triathlon shorts, you could get them in the triathlon store, you get them online, and they're kind of a cross between a swimming short and a cycling short. You don't wear underwear with them, and they have a little bit of padding in the bottom front of the bike. So it's well worth the money to spend on some simple triathlon shorts. And then all you need is a pair of goggles. So a pair of triathlon shorts and a pair of goggles, and you're fine. They will give you a swim cap, and that's mainly so you could be spotted or know what wave you're in. A little tip here, baby shampoo, that No Cry baby shampoo. That is a great anti-fog. You just spray a little bit of that baby shampoo in your swim goggles, rub it in, then wash out in the water, and it will take care of the fog. Those will be a great anti-fog. Wetsuit, you don't need a wetsuit when you're starting off. If it's cold, obviously a wetsuit helps. Wetsuits help you swim remarkably. They make you float much better. And then some people might need some ears or nose plugs if you get the water up in the nose and that bothers you. The bike. All you need really, again, is a bike and a helmet. You don't need the big fancy bike right here. Any bike will do, especially for a sprint. I did, again, my first triathlon was on a full suspension mountain bike. But, a road bike is fantastic if you could pull one off. Basically all you need, again, is a bike and a helmet, some sunglasses if you want, water bottle, a race belt. A race belt is just a little belt that your bib will go on to, so you could get that, again, a triathlon or a running store will have with it, and it'll just have your number or your bib, and that way you don't have to deal with pins and pin into your jersey. Cycling shoes are helpful. You don't need that stuff when you're really starting out. And then a cycling jersey or a tri-top. And a lot of times you'll just swim in that. It gets really hard. When you get out of the water and you run up to the transition to get your bike gear, it is really hard to put on a shirt when you're wet. And then for the run, again, all you need is a pair of running shoes. Socks, If you want to put it on, that's fine. If you don't, a lot of people will not use running shoes. Again, just a hat, a race belt. This is the race belt I was talking about right up in here. And you can see it holds your bib right here. Water bottle carrier. Yeah, if you want to, there's going to be aid stations along the way. But there's water bottles here that you could go ahead and hold into. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much all you really need to start off doing sprint triathlons. If you go to tryfind.com here, that's a great website that will list multiple triathlons or events in your area. Trainingpeaks.com, you could go ahead on there and purchase training plans. It's a great software. It's free. It's free software. Some of the training plans cost a little money. I have some training plans on Training Peaks. You could just upload it right into your computer. You could plug in the date of your race, and the schedule will pop right up. Look at our other videos. We'll get a little bit more specific on training and how to train for the triathlons, how to use triathlons to lose weight, or how to take the triathlons to the next level, going longer in distance, or drop some weight. Dr. Jeff Banas here. If you have any questions at all, drop me an email.